Hey kiddies, this is John Corabi, and you are watching Backstage Pass Rock News. Well, I don't know if this is news, but you're watching it. Enjoy.
So, back to some of the bands that you've been in a few, shall we say? One or two?
I think it would be safe to say I've been in everybody but ABBA and Justin Bieber.
I would like to see that.
Yeah.
I really would like to see that.
I'm working on Bieber right now. I'm kidding.
So, which have you got the fondest memories of being in?
You know what? They were all great because I learned something from every band. But I would have to say probably the one that I felt the most achievement with was probably the Scream, because it was our first major record deal. It was our first tour bus. We had never been on a tour bus. It was my first trip outside of America, was coming to England to play the Astoria Theater. So it's always that thing, like it doesn't matter how many men you date, you always remember that first kiss or that first, you know what I mean? The first one.
Yeah, sure. People do.
Wow.
So talking about touring the UK with the Scream, there was a few controversial moments, a few little fisticuffs with
oh my God,
other
yes.
bands and
well,
within your own band as well.
Not you know, no fisticuffs with other bands. It was that. Was
there not a fight with someone over a cigarette?
Yes, but he wasn't in the band.
No,
it was just. And which is in one of my stories I tell at whatever. That was my first realization of the difference between proper English language and the bastardized American version of it.
All right. Yep. Yeah.
And so Walt, God rest his soul, we were huge fans of Humble Pie, and we actually met when we were doing the Scream album. We met Steve and Peter were working together again. They were going to try and put the original band back together. So we came over to do the Astoria Theater show. We were here maybe 8 or 10 days doing a bunch of press and all this stuff. And after our show, Walt said, "I cannot go back to America." He goes, all I keep hearing in my head is that line from 30 Days in the Hole, Newcastle Brown, sure smack you down, right? So he goes, "We got to go get a Newcastle Brown and some whiskey." Okay, so we went to the Marquee Club. I have no idea where it is in reference to Astoria, but we somehow managed to get into the Marquee Club, and Tigertailz was playing. And walked in, we bellied up to the bar, we sat down, 2 seats, put our cigarettes out. We ordered 2 Newcastle Browns, a couple whiskeys, and we just kept ordering them. And we had like 5 or 6. We're pissed drunk. And this guy comes up, I'm sure he meant well. He's got the palm tree hair, and he just comes over and he goes, "Hey mate, got a fag?" And I was like, "Excuse me?" And he's like, "Got a fag." And so I didn't jump the gun, but I'm like, "Can you say that one more time, slow?" And he's like, "Got a fag." And Walt goes, "What's he saying?" I go, "I don't know, dude. I think he's calling us fags." And so Walt got up. Walt was like literally lived his life like he was. I can't say he was the drummer that John Bonham was, but Bonham was like his guy. And he was a surly, great drummer, great feel, great pocket, but he was the same. It was like that thing, like he was sweet as pie until you fed him alcohol, and then he just wanted to fight anybody that was whatever. So he goes, "What did he say?" I go, I don't know. I think he's calling us fag." So he got up off the thing and just laid this guy out. Then the 2 bartenders came back. Then the 2 door guys came out, and Walt and I just scrapped our way out of this bar. Well, we got thrown out, basically. Next day, we go in and we're telling the record label, because we have like black eyes and scrub knuckles and all this shit. And then we they're laughing at us, and we're telling them the whole story. And he's like, the guy was asking for a cigarette. Okay. Well, not 10 minutes later, we've got all this stuff, and we had tried hiding like some of the stuff, bruises at the hotel. So then this girl came to do the photo shoot we were doing, and she laid all our makeup out. And so she goes, I'm ready. And I go, okay, cool. You can touch me up first. And then she's like, well, fuck off. And out the door she goes. And I go, what the fuck? Like, what's happening right now? And he's like, well, over here, touch me up. And so, and I go, great. I run out. I'm like, please come back. I didn't mean it. And it's just all these weird things, but we had a fucking blast. It was so much fun. I will never forget that trip, ever.
Good.
And the new one I just found is fanny packs.
Oh yeah, bum bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, bum bags and fanny packs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally different meaning in America.
Suspenders and braces.
Yeah. No, wait, say that again?
Suspenders and braces. So you have suspenders that hold your trousers up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call them braces.
Braces.
But women wear suspenders to hold stockings up.
Got you.
I don't know what you call them.
We call them garter belts.
Right, yeah. Yeah, so there you go, you've learned 2 more.
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
That probably won't get you into trouble.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut in England.